Yo, what up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy Payvics. Thoughts with Payvics, episode 23. We in the building. We back in the building, episode 23. And we talking about wait, before we get into that, shout out to the Lions. Beating the Broncos. Hell of a game. Hell of a season. Shout out to the Lions getting the W. We on our way. Shout out to y'all. All right. Thoughts with Payvics, episode 23. My album Blood Moon, uh, 2021. I want to say 2021. Um, this album meant a lot to me because it was the follow up of Word Light, and it's kind of like the exact opposite of Word Light. Like, um, Word Light was me, you know, being poetic and me not cussing and me, you know what I mean, using different sounds and really trying to use the music as a light, you know what I mean, and process a message. And then Blood Moon was, I mean, after Word Light was accomplished, that was a huge accomplishment for me. But after that, it was like, okay, all right, let's get back to the music. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and release some stress. So, it's a little bit, it still had a message because um, Blood Moon was following a really um devastating incident that happened, and it was just one night where um I was on my way out, but before I left, I looked out the window and all I could remember was seeing this moon in the sky, and it wasn't red, but it was like orangish, like, and it was the moon though. You know what I'm saying? We used to seeing the moon as a glowing, you know what I mean, object, just bright in the sky. It's the light in the sky. You know what I'm saying? And or crescent moon or something, just kind of chill in the sky. Okay, there go the moon. Yeah, it's nighttime. No, this thing owned the sky. Like you looked outside, and the way it was positioned, I'll never ever forget it my whole life. But I looked outside, and boom, you know what I'm saying? It was just sitting there. And then, sure enough, it was one of the craziest nights of my life, like of my life. So, um, you know what I mean. Fast forward, I go through my incident, um, and then that just always stuck with me. And I actually had back cover art to Blood Moon, and the back cover art was the exact picture of where I was standing with the Blood Moon digitally graphed into it. Like my graphic designer, I explained to her like, "Hey, I want it right here. I want it over my shoulder," because I like looked out the window and I saw it. I'll never forget it. But I did back cover art, but when you drop music, you don't really have a front and a back cover art. So nobody really got to see the back cover art. It's just something for me. Like I reenacted the situation. So I still got that picture. That's cool. You know, I can always hold on to that. But Blood Moon is a real um shift of my life. Like, you know what I mean? They say like not to get too weird or nothing, but like they say astrological predictions and how the moon controls the low tide and high tide and all the effects that certain seasons of the year have with the universe and all. You could get deep into that stuff, but without getting too deep into it, like it really, that was the first thing I saw before I headed out, and then it was, yeah, I felt the effects of it. So that's real talk. And then so getting down to um and I didn't make this like an astrological album. It was just the craziness of it kind of bunched into a number of songs. But um number one was just the radio waves and just the confusion of what it means to hear the term blood moon. And I just picked up a couple clips, you know what I mean? It's just scrolling through the radio, blood moon, blah 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 blah, whatever. And then number two, flying down 75. I have a very deep rooted connection to 75. One, because I lived right next to the freeway my whole life, right off 7 Mile. I was right next to 7 Mile 75. Um, and I've always jumped on 75 for everything I had to do my whole life. But that's just one reason. But also like the incident that happened during the blood moon, the night I saw it, was after I was driving on 75. So it's just a super super dope deep connection. Um and it's just about, you know what I mean? Um I'm just letting that aggression out from that incident. And then to this day, like I still don't let nobody play with me on I-75. Like it's just something about it when I'm on the road. Like I don't let nobody cut me off. I will do 100 miles an hour to make my point. Like I don't let like I don't let nobody play with me. Like it's just something, man. Like it's crazy. But and one of my funniest bars on there was the day I fall off, the day the Lions win the Super Bowl, because that's just my little punch to the Lions. Like, get y'all shit together, because it's been what, a long, long time we ain't never won the Super Bowl. We, just like every Lion, I've been supporting y'all since the Barry Sanders days, the Calvin Johnson days, the, you know what I mean, Charlie Batch days, the Jason Hanson days, the, man, we've been Lions for a long, long time, and every year we say, "This go be our year. This go be our year. This go be our year. This go be our year." And so I just did a little punch at them. The day I fall off, the day the Lions win the Super Bowl, because we know it's never gonna happen. But this year y'all kicking butt, man. So it might just happen. I still ain't fell off yet though. So um, check that out, Flying Down 75. Check out Blood Moon. Um, number two, number three was No Siree Bob. Um, just a turn up song. Um, a lot of good bars in there. Uh, Party on the golf course, donuts in the golf cart, go hard, go hard. All I know is go hard. Crazy song. I was actually doing a lot of um, what you call that? Doing a lot of what's the word? When you be meeting people and stuff, not negotiating, networking. I was doing a lot of networking around this time. Um, Going to a lot of parties downtown and all that stuff. That's why I was talking a lot of shit in that song. But number four, The Craft. We actually got to shoot a video for that. Check out The Craft. Some of my dopest material. It's a really uh warm feel to that song. It was recorded clean. It was recorded real clean. saxophone sample going ham. The beat don't even drop. It's just bass and sax and just my lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? You could get lost in that shit. That's one of my favorite songs ever. The Craft, got to really display my artistry on that one. Check that out. And then Heart of Hearts, that's the next one. Burning Down Somerset, you know, on the rare occasions that you get to go out and just have some fun with your lady. You know, it's just a fun song. While We Kissing, I mean, it's only for the ladies, man. I don't know what to tell you. If you do, you probably don't understand, but or maybe you do, but I don't give a fuck. It's only for the ladies. Uh, yeah. Spicy number 7. That is, you know what I mean. I'm on my Jamaican rude boy, hot, sweaty pause. You know what I'm saying? Just like turn up, like you know what I mean. Back of the club, blowing a blunt, lights down low. You know, just good vibe, man. You know what I mean? Just good vibe. Um, that's a cool song too. Uh, Number 8, that's fire. Actually got to shoot a video for that one too. And I actually had somebody who practices pyrotechnics in it. Shout out to Govana Productions, uh, Marissa and Ali and all y'all. But um, we went up there to Michigan State and we went to I forgot the name of the alley, but we went down that alley. It's full of graffiti. You know what I'm saying? I picked that spot. I'm like, that's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? So we got the graffiti, we got the fire going off, we got, you know what I mean, skateboarders. Like it's dope, man. It's dope. Y'all gotta check me out, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with me. And then number 10, number nine, IDFWN. That is the anthem. That is also one of my favorite songs. Because it's so raw and just I know it's a million people who feel the way that I feel. Um and I wasn't really trying to offend nobody and it wasn't a diss to nobody. I hope I ain't like offend nobody out of my clique and out of my team or nothing. But like the the realness behind it is just like, you know, that feeling you get when you've been crossed or betrayed or just I had to let that out. It's a song that you gotta lift weights to. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of my joints. So um you ain't heard nothing like that. Go check that one out. Number 10, Straight from the Trenches. Oh my God. This came out so sweet to me because for a few reasons. I'm gonna start off with the beat. I was working with a producer. Uh we call her Nene. Um and you know, a chick made the beat. You know what I'm saying? But her she dope on the keyboard. She made the beat, and I actually had a lot of plans to go further with that, but that's another story. So the beat is dope. I had that beat for a long time, but I knew the day would come when I had to use it. So I'm heavy in the battle rap scene. I'm always networking with them. You know what I'm saying? Got the song with Calico. Got the song with DNA. My homie got a song with Lux. My other homie got a song with a few other people, Arsenal and like a couple other people. But um, I reach out to DNA and He like, yeah, I could get that done for you. You know what I mean? But it gotta be today. And the reason why it worked out is because I didn't write that song. Like I didn't have a hook for him. I just sent him the beat and I gave him the idea. I was like, just write about being from the hood, man. Like being from the trenches and you know what I mean, just growing up, whatever you however that go. And his verse, man, oh my God, I love DNA verse for that, man. I appreciate you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. That verse was so cold. That verse was so cold. But uh and then I just came on and did my thing. It's a dope song, dope collaboration. Straight from the trenches, me and DNA. Number 11, sacrificing. Um this one just digs deep into the mind of a hustler. Like in terms of the mind of like make or break, swim or drown, try or fail. Like that didn't make sense. Win or fail. Uh like going to get it. You know what I mean? No complaining, just sacrificing. Keep grinding, sacrificing. No complaining, just sacrificing. Like it's a chant, it's like a rhythm, it's a reminder. You keep repeating it. Like don't complain, just sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is stopping you from making your next dollar, like don't complain about why you not gonna be able to make it to your next dollar. Just sacrifice whatever is stopping you from getting there. It could be you sleeping too long. Sacrifice that sleep and get up and go get it. You know what I mean? It could be, you know what I mean? You want to finish the TV show. Like, sacrifice watching TV and go get up and go. No complaining, just sacrificing. It's like the hypest song in the world to me. Like, but that's me. Who am I? Whatever. Um, Number 12, Never Die. That's we got to actually shoot another video for that. That's 3 videos for Blood Moon. It was a good album, but and a good time. But Never Die. Um I don't even know how we got to shoot a video for that. That just came out of nowhere. But we went downtown and we standing on top of the like, oh man, I don't even know the name of the statue, but like I had to climb behind like a prohibited area or like a restricted area just to get the video done. And the security guard watched us shoot the video for like a half an hour. And then right before we got down on like the last scene, she comes over because it was getting crowded. Like a crowd started watching us, and then like the crowd came around, and I'm like, all right, let's cut it. And then she go come over and try and make a scene talking about you can't be up there. uh what are you talking about? Like you done seen the whole damn video. But whatever. We was downtown and that's that was a song that it got the angels in it. It got the choir effect. It's like angels, like dudes in the background harmonizing. That shit hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's it honestly made me think like my family members, you know what I mean, that or my homies from the hood or people that I lost that I would ride with. You know what I mean? It's not a literal gun chopper. I say my angels hold choppers. All my angels hold choppers. It's them fighting my demons for me, helping me fight my demons. Like when I think of the stuff that I'm struggling with, and then I think about the people I lost, and you know what I mean, their advice that they would give me during those times, that's them shooting down a demon for me with their, you know what I mean, their chopper. So like I just be on another level with this. But Never Die. And then 13 was Blitz. That was I decided to end the album with high energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I started off with high energy at the beginning of the album, and then, you know what I mean, went down and came back up. It's like that's how you listen to Blood Moon. And it ain't even that big of a down. Like everything is pretty high intense, but um I wanted to make sure Blitz was like you won't forget me. Um so I mean, greatest bars you'll ever hear on a rap song. I don't know what else to tell you. Like it's and then you know what I mean. I played around with my voice a little bit. Good defense is the best offense. Like I was going crazy, but you gotta check that out. Check that one out. That is the breakdown of my album Blood Moon. Y'all check that out. The thought for today is you are only as smart as your phone. Yeah. You're only as smart as your phone. How does that make you feel? You know what I mean? Like, when did it come to this where, like, as long as my phone got a charge, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to make it through the day. That is not how it should be. And, like, I might be showing a little bit of my age by making a comment like that because back in my day, and back in my parents' day, and so on and so forth, we actually had to do the work. You know what I mean? Like we jumped on the bus. You know what I mean? We went down to the library. We had to sign in to get a computer that had the internet on it. The internet was a rare thing. It was like I saw the birth of the internet and the Google. I saw the birth of it, and like I said, for like 2 or 3 years, you had to actually, you know what I mean? It wasn't as accessible. Um, and then the same went for music. I was making music when rap stars and when musicians were big, were huge, were rare. You know what I mean? I grew up under the Pac and Big era, the Jay-Z Nas era, the you know what I mean? Um the Jeezy Gucci Man era was when things started switching, but I grew up when a record deal was a record deal. You know what I mean? And like you are a rapper, like you're big. You're big, not just you a rapper. No, no, no. Being a rapper was huge. And we were actually hand to hand CD, go to the store, print it up, go meet somebody, travel in the trunk, pop the trunk, check out my CD is playing. Like we had to meet people. It was all street work. It was all footwork. It was all a street team. And the internet is not bad. My overall experience has been 50-50. I see the good and I see the bad. I feel like it's more bad involved with it though because it made people lazy because they don't know how to use it for the good. They use it for a quick fix. Like again, back in the day, like I saw Facebook come on the scene and Facebook was humongous. I mean, huge. Facebook was dude, it is nothing better on the planet. when it first started because you could find people and it made it easy to talk to people and it made it easy to like build connections because you could say to people the messages right then and there. It was genius. You know what I mean? That's why it was so popular. It was absolute genius. Um, but then it got bad. It got bad because people started fucking around and dating and getting the wrong messages, using it for the wrong reason. It went out of control. So it's the same thing with the internet. So like, long story short, when you had a question back in the day, you had to challenge yourself to get the answer. Like, hmm, uh, is a Camaro 2 doors or 4 doors? I don't know. Next time I see a dealership, I'm gonna stop and ask somebody or check it out. That's how I got the answer. Now, or not even now, but you know what I mean? With the internet, is a Camaro 2 doors or 4 doors? They're gonna give you the history of Camaros and Chevy and Mustangs and just everything you can think of. So people kind of lost the art of storytelling because they didn't go and find the answer. That's your story. Oh shoot, I had this idea, this thought. I'm trying to figure something out. And then by the time you get to your answer, you figure everything out. You have this great story to tell. It's what makes you you. But no, here's your story. I opened up my laptop and I typed in the question and I found out the answer. That's not an experience. That's somebody giving you the answer. That's like cheating on the test. So that's what I mean by it made people lazy. And it also made people, these youngins per se, and I love Generation Z and X and millennials. I think I'm a millennial, all that. Like I love all of that, these terms and stuff. But honestly, like people think that they are smart and you're not smart because Google gave you an answer or because you can Google a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you smart. You got to actually do the research. You got to retain the knowledge. You got to walk the roads. You got to meet the people. You got to download the files and do your studies and really make yourself who you want to be. Like, I could talk about music all day because I can talk about music all day because I put in the work, a lot of work. Like, that's like going to a mechanic and you know what I mean? Like trying to challenge him because of something that you found off Google when he been doing it. And if you want your car fixed, I think you should trust the mechanic. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's good. It's pros and cons to it. I'm not I'm not against the internet at all. I think it's the devil. I will call it the devil because I do think it's the devil just having everything at the snap of your fingers. Um it and people are still bored. You got everything at the snap of your fingers behind your phone and people are still bored. Now we're moving on to AI, which is going to think for you. And there are weapons that's going to fight the wars for people. It's just going to be a swarm of drones that just take out soldiers. That's a whole nother episode. But yeah. Listen to my album Blood Moon. And that is it. This has been Thoughts with Payvics, episode 23. Holla at your boy. One.